What's going on, everybody? Spunky Nights No One coming guys in another video. Coming at you guys from my Eagles Giants Week 16 recap. So the Eagles defeat the New York Giants by a score of 33-25. Eagles snap a 3-game losing streak. Eagles are back in the Hams. They're back on top of the NFC East. Eagles also are in position where they can still win the number 1 seed. What needs to happen is with the 49ers losing to the Ravens today, the Eagles need the 49ers to lose at least one of their next 2 games. They have the Washington Commanders and they have the Los Angeles Rams, the season finale. Commanders, I don't see that realistically happen. But the Rams, absolutely, that can happen. Division rival, always plays the 49ers very, very well. So, yeah, anything can happen. But even though the Eagles were victorious in this game, I have to be honest with you guys. I have to keep it real. That's one thing about me. Some people like it, some people don't. But I am always very honest with you guys. I tell you guys how I feel, what's on my mind. And just keeping it real right now, wasn't impressed. I was not impressed. Barely getting by and beating the Giants, not a good look. We got to see this team again in 2 weeks. Tommy DeVito got benched. Coach's decision. He got benched after a sloppy first half by the New York Giants. The Giants come out a lot more energized second half, and 2 defensive touchdowns by the Giants. Two turnovers, 1 defensive touchdown by the Giants, and the Giants nearly get the win against us. They nearly come back and win this game. It was just an absolute nightmare, especially in that second half. But in that first half as well, we just left points on the board, and we nearly cost ourselves points, especially that last offensive drive by the Eagles where Jalen Hurts, instead of going down, he decides to stay inbounds and get tackled inbounds. And then the referees really bailed us out on that play when they threw a flag and, delay a game by the defense really bailed us out, and we was able to get a field goal going to halftime, up 20-3. Like I said, second half, man, pitiful. Absolutely pitiful. Offense is mediocre at best. This defense is absolutely mediocre. And I wanted to see the Eagles make a statement today. I wanted to see them get back on track. I want to see a smooth game and beat a team convincingly, a team that you're supposed to beat. But today, what we saw again was just an absolute pitiful display, and we've been seeing it all season when it comes to this Eagles team. And if I can't sit here and lie and sugarcoat anything to you guys, man, because that's not how I roll. That's not me. This Eagles team they are destined to be a one and done team in the playoffs. That's just keeping it real. They got the win. Obviously, getting the win is always great, no matter how ugly it is. Just getting a win, after losing 3 straight games, stopping the bleeding some. But we're in the quote unquote easy part of our schedule now. We have the Cardinals for the regular season home, for now, the last regular season home game. We got them next week. The last 1 o'clock game the Eagles have, of course, against the Arizona Cardinals. We have our former defensive coordinator, Jonathan Gannon, coming back to Philadelphia. And I'm just going to keep it real with you guys. Historically, the Cardinals have been a team that's had our number, and I'm not sleeping on them at all. We've beaten them a couple times in recent years, but I'm not sleeping on Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals. And I was hoping that this team today would give us something to make us feel confident and feel good, but I'm seeing a lot of the same bonehead turnovers. That fumble to start the second half by the Eagles return team, where Zacharias got in the way of Boston Scott, and that led to a fumble, and the Giants scored a touchdown after getting the ball back. And then Jalen Hurts nearly throwing an interception where he tried to force it to a very narrow window to A.J. Brown. And then only like a play or two later to throw a pick six. Those bonehead turnovers, we're still seeing it. This offense is still not consistent. This defense is still mediocre. So it's rough to watch, man. You know, when you're passionate, you love a team as much as I love this team. It absolutely sucks to see the inconsistent play, the bonehead mistakes that we continue to shoot ourselves in the foot, because we could have easily lost this game. The Giants benched Tommy DeVito, and they brought in Tyrod Taylor, and Tyrod Taylor gave this Giants team a spark, and they nearly came back and won the game. But I'm going to go over the numbers like I do after each win. When it comes to team stats, the New York Giants had a total of 292 yards of offense. Eagles had 465 yards of offense. Giants had 186 passing yards. Eagles had 295 passing yards. Giants had 106 rushing yards. Eagles had 170 rushing yards. Giants had 4.9 average yards a play. Eagles had 6.3 average yards a play. Total first downs, Eagles had 14. Giants had 14. Eagles had 28. Third down efficiency, the Giants were 4 for 14. Eagles 8 for 15. Fourth down efficiency, Giants 3 for 5. Eagles 2 for 2. Total plays ran, Giants ran 59. Eagles ran 74. Sacks allowed, Giants gave up 1. Eagles gave up 1. Total punts, 4 punts for the Giants, 2 punts for the Eagles. Penalties, Giants had 3 penalties for 13 yards. Eagles had 9 penalties for 65 yards. 1 fumble lost by the Eagles, which was the one on the botch return where Zacharias got in the way of Boston Scott. Both teams threw interceptions. The Giants at the end of the game where Tyrod Taylor was just trying to throw it up there, trying to make a play, and Kelee Ringo getting his first NFL interception to close the deal, and of course the pick six on our part by Jalen Hurts. Time of possession, Giants held the ball for 25 minutes and 22 seconds. Eagles held the ball for 34 minutes and 38 seconds, so they did win that battle. When it comes to stats, on the Eagles' part, Jalen Hurts was 24 for 38, 301 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Rushing the ball, DeAndre Swift had a good day. 20 carries for 92 yards, 4.6 average a run, 1 rushing touchdown by DeAndre Swift. Kenneth Gainwell, 6 carries for 41 yards, 6.8 average a carry. Jalen Hurts ran 8 times for 34 yards, 4.2 average a carry, 1 touchdown. Boston Scott, 1 carry for 3 yards. Receiving, A.J. Brown had 6 catches for 80 yards, 13.3 average a catch. Devontae Smith, 4 catches for 79 yards, 19.8 yards a catch, and a touchdown. Dallas Goedert, 7 catches for 71 yards, 10.1 average a catch. Kenneth Gainwell, 3 catches for 38 yards, 12.7 average a catch. Grant Calcaterra, 2 catches for 21 yards, 10.5 average a catch. Britton Covey, who had a pretty good return for us that set us up for that touchdown in the first half, and a couple solid ones after that. 1 catch for 7 yards. Julio Jones, 1 catch for 5 yards. When it comes to defensively, Shaq Leonard, I have to give Shaq Leonard a lot of praise, man. Shaq Leonard's one of the few bright spots on defense today. Thought Shaq Leonard played a great game. He had 5 tackles, 2 tackle assists, and a sack. Kelee Ringo, another bright spot on defense. 5 tackles, 1 interception that sealed the deal for the Eagles. Reed Blankenship, 4 tackles, 2 tackle assists. Fletcher Cox, 4 tackles, 1 tackle assist. Milton Williams, 3 tackles, 1 tackle assist. James Bradbury, 3 tackles. Kevin Byard, 3 tackles. Ben Van Sumeren, 2 tackles, 4 tackle assists. Hassan Reddick, 2 tackles. Jordan Davis, 2 tackles. Nolan Smith, 1 tackle, 1 tackle assist. Eli Rich, 1 tackle. Josh Sweat, 1 tackle. Jalen Carter, 1 tackle assist. When it comes to kick returns, Kenneth Gainwell, 1 return for 19 yards. Boston Scott, 1 return for 15 yards. Punt returns, Britton Covey, like I said, made some a huge in the first quarter that set us up for a touchdown. 3 returns for 66 yards, 22.0 average of return. I have to take back a lot of stuff I said about Britton Covey. Covey's getting better as a return man. Jake Elliott was perfect today, just as automatic as they come. 4 field goals, 100%. His longest was a 44-yard kick. He scored 15 points total for the Eagles. Braden Mann, 2 punts for 108 yards, 54.0 average a punt, yards average a punt. So yeah, Eagles get the job done. They win the game. They beat a team that's supposed to beat, but they did not beat this team convincingly. I know it's a division rival, don't get me wrong, but the mistakes, man, that is what's getting me the most. It's the mistakes. And you have some players like A.J. Brown, he didn't even want to talk to the media after the loss. After the win. You know, he said he got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. And you know, Devontae Smith was talking about how he's not satisfied, he's not happy with what he's seeing. And I don't blame him, because I'm not either. I'm seeing sloppy execution. The play calling is still awful. I put a lot of that blame on the coaching staff, and not setting this team up right for success. And that's just keeping it real. You know, I would like to say this team right here is getting it together, and they're gonna make some noise in the playoffs. But right now, I honestly don't believe that. I don't think we're good enough right now to win it all. That's our ultimate goal, trying to get to Vegas and win it all. But what I'm seeing right now, this team is not good enough to do that. They're just not. And I don't know if they're ever going to get to that point. Fingers crossed they eventually do. But right now, as it currently stands, this team will get bounced out in the playoffs easily by possibly the Cowboys, the 49ers, obviously, the Detroit Lions, New Orleans Saints. This team, the way they're playing right now, is easily a one-and-done team in the playoffs. And it's a goddamn shame, because we have all this talent on this team. We should not be looking like this with all this talent. And that's even on that defense. We have an elite pass rush that's not getting to the quarterback. And again, a lot of that blame goes to the play calling. This is a defense that had 70 sacks last year. This year they have 39. So you can see their production is cut in half. You know, almost cut in half. And secondary has been atrocious all season. You know, they giving up a big bomb touchdown pass that Reed Blankenship was supposed to be covering at safety, got absolutely burned. Like I said, Shaq Leonard looked pretty good. I was very impressed by Shaq Leonard. Very happy to see him play well. I like what I see out of Kelee Ringo. I think Kelee Ringo has the potential to be a great player. I still have a lot of faith in I have a lot of faith in Brown, a young safety that we drafted. I do have faith in him, but right now, I'm just not impressed. It feels great to win, obviously, because we need this win badly after being on a 3-game losing streak. But again, we continue to play down to inferior competition. We continue to play down to our competition. We continue to turn the ball over and look sloppy, just flat out awful throughout 4 quarters of the game. First half was better than the second half. Second half, we nearly choked this thing away. Jalen Hurts, the turnovers, man, they're killing us. The turnovers are killing us. I don't know what it is for Jalen Hurts this year, man. He has just been a complete turnover machine this season, and that's got to stop. The Giants absolutely could have came back and won this game. They were very close to doing so. We did respond back after touchdown. We did respond back, but then they went back down and scored, and it was just a mess. The problem with this team is we're not putting teams away. When we have them, their backs against the wall, we're not putting the final dagger in them. We're giving them a chance to come back and win. We're making mistakes that's giving these other teams opportunities that keep them in the game. The Giants should not have been in this game. We should have been able to pull away from the Giants and win this game comfortably. But again, this Eagles team all season has, no matter who it is, has kept us on our heels until the very, very end. And it's frustrating because we see the talent on this roster. There's a ton of talent on this roster. We have yet to put together a full game, and that is what's concerning. You can't do that against the Giants. You can't. Probably not gonna do it against the Cardinals next week and against the Giants again. We can't. We have yet to put together a full game. So tell me, why should I be confident in this team headed to the playoffs, where all the opponents you play are gonna be elite? Obviously playoff teams. Super Bowl contending teams. Why am I supposed to feel confident going against those teams? And we've been blown out by the Cowboys. We've been blown out by the 49ers. Why am I supposed to feel comfortable going up against those teams? I don't. I don't like to be Mr. Negativity, but right now, I just gotta tell how I see it. I gotta tell how it is. Right now, we have a lot of problems, and we have a short period of time to get it together. I want to be proven wrong. Prove me wrong, Eagles. Prove me wrong. You gotta do what you play on the field. Because next week, at the link, Cardinals coming to Philadelphia. Guess what? I'm picking the Cardinals to win. Because you guys are not giving me a reason to feel confident in you. You're not giving me a reason, and I want to have a reason. I don't like coming on here being Mr. Negative. I don't like it at all. I want to come on here every single week, very confident in my team, very happy after a convincing win. But I can't do that because you guys are not giving me a reason to be so. Prove me wrong. I beg you. Prove me wrong. Because right now you're not proving me wrong. What you're showing to me is you guys are an average, mediocre team at best. This offense is nowhere near what it was last year. We have been barely scraping by getting wins this year. So there's no reason for me to pick you guys to win or to be confident you guys are gonna win because you're not showing me nothing. You barely scraped by and beat the Giants. Guess what? The Giants won't be in the playoffs. You won't be going up against teams like the Giants in the playoffs. A team that is, a team that is competing for a top draft pick. I don't care if they're a division rival. That was awful. Why can't we just go out there and have a game where we're not stressing out late in the fourth quarter? Like, is that too much to ask for? Apparently so. But even with all the crap, man, the Eagles still have a chance to get back to number one seed. There's still a chance there. The 49ers, like I said, lost to the Baltimore Ravens today. Thank you, Ravens, for that. We just need the 49ers to lose at least one more game. They got the Commanders next week, and they got the division rival, the Rams, the following week. If they lose one of those games and the Eagles win out, Eagles are the number one seed. So right now, the Eagles control their destiny. They got, when it comes to the division, they control their destiny. They got to have a little help, obviously, to win the number one seed back. But it's very possible. Do not choke away this division, Eagles. Win this division. We'll see what happens. But something got to change, and something got to change quickly. Because right now, man, you guys have one and done in the playoffs written all over you. We got to the Super Bowl last year. That's a goal to try to get back there. I want Jason Kelce and a lot of these veteran guys that are in their farewell days, I want them to go out on top like they deserve to go out on top. That's all I want. As an Eagles fan, I just want to win. get y'all shit together, because what we saw today is just yet again another reason to be concerned. Get it together, boys. We got the Arizona Cardinals at home, regular season home finale, 1 o'clock game, which is it feels great to say that because we have not had many of those this season. So 1 o'clock game at home at the Link, final regular season game. We we win obviously we win this division, we'll get a home playoff game at least, but last regular season home game, Arizona Cardinals coming to town. Not going to be a cakewalk. I'm not sleeping on Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals, but we can beat this team. I would love to see a complete game played for the first time in all season, because we have not seen it all season. I would love to see a game where we go out there, we handle our business, and we are consistent throughout the game, and we come fourth quarter, we are cruising to victory. That's what I want to see. I'm sick of these nail-biting games where we're on our heel until the very end. I'm sick of it. Enough is enough of that. Please get the job done to beat these Cardinals next Sunday. Obviously, and like I said, the finale, closing out the season against the New York Giants. Get y'all shit together. Handle your business. Let's go into the playoffs ready to go. So there you have it. Eagles defeat the New York Giants 33-25. Shouldn't have been this close, but it is what it is. They got the win, which I'm happy about, but I'm not happy about what I saw on that field. Just bonehead turnovers, bonehead penalties, just continue to shoot ourselves in the foot. But we got the win. Let's get focused and get ready for the Cardinals. Let's just get this shit together, man. As always, go Birds. Spunky Nights and Wonders out of here. Fly, go fly. Peace.
That's all, folks.